Greetings, beloved souls. Today, we journey beyond the familiar. Beyond the Big Bang. Beyond the multiverse. Even beyond string theory. We delve into something far more ancient, and perhaps far more mind-bending, Gnosticism. It takes everything we thought we knew, and reshapes it. The ancient text, the Sophia of Jesus Christ. It speaks not of one universe, it speaks of 12 realms. 12 eons. 12 dimensions. 12 dimensions, call them what you will. Each one is a distinct reality, a self-contained cosmic sphere, each layered with its own spiritual significance. And they are not random. They are arranged in a divine order, ruled by higher celestial beings, almost like cosmic gatekeepers. Ponder this. What if our universe is merely one chapter in a 12-volume story, not the center, not the crown jewel, just one layer of a much grander picture? According to the Gnostics, these eons are interconnected, like the gears of a massive divine machine. Each eon represents an aspect of the divine. Light, wisdom, power, and more. Yet they exist beyond the limits of our physical understanding. And here's the kicker. Our physical universe, it's supposedly the lowest of them all. The shadow cast by the brilliance of the higher realms. Now, it gets even more intriguing. These eons were not all created equal. One of the key figures in Gnostic thought, Sophia. Her name literally means wisdom. She plays a central role in a kind of divine mishap. Sophia creates something outside the divine will, a being known as the Demiurge. And this Demiurge, it is the one credited with creating our material universe. Yes. According to Gnosticism, the creator of our world isn't the ultimate God, but an imperfect, flawed being. That's why the material world it's so full of suffering and chaos. It was created by something far less than perfect. So where do the other 11 universes fit in? They are seen as realms of pure spiritual truth, untouched by the Demiurge's flawed handiwork. The Gnostics believed these higher eons are where the soul ultimately belongs, not trapped in this material reality. This isn't just a mystical fairy tale, it's a radical rethinking of existence itself, a rejection of the idea that our universe is the center of everything. It flips the script entirely. Now, here's the part that truly challenges conventional thinking. These 12 realms, they aren't just far-off places. Gnostic texts describe them as states of consciousness, as much as physical realities. The journey to understanding them isn't about a spaceship or a portal, it's about awakening, breaking free from ignorance, and accessing deeper levels of spiritual awareness. The higher realms aren't up there. They are accessed within. And this idea of 12 universes, it resonates with so many modern theories about reality. Scientists talk about dimensions beyond the observable. Philosophers debate the nature of consciousness and the limits of perception. Could it be that the Gnostics, thousands of years ago, were onto something? Something we're only just beginning to scratch the surface of today. In the Sophia of Jesus Christ, the text pulls no punches. It says, "The world is not the product of truth, but comes from a deficiency. That deficiency is the Demiurge, an entity born from the actions of Sophia, a divine figure who exists within the higher eons. Sophia, in a moment of isolation and desire to create, without her divine counterpart, produces the Demiurge outside the harmony of the divine plan. The result, being that is ignorant of its origins, full of pride, and convinced that it is the ultimate God. The Demiurge creates the physical universe, declaring in arrogance, 'I am God, and there is no other beside me.' This, from the Apocryphon of John. Gnostics saw this as the ultimate blasphemy. To them, this wasn't the voice of the true God, but a deeply mistaken entity. This flawed being fashioned the material world as a reflection of its own imperfection, filled with suffering. Decay. And illusion. Think about the implications of that. The struggles of life, the pain, the chaos. They are not divine tests or punishments. They're the fallout of a flawed creation. The Demiurge and its creations are a counterfeit, a shadow of the true spiritual reality. For the Gnostic, the material world is a prison for the soul, designed to keep us trapped in ignorance of the higher divine realms. And the Demiurge, it didn't stop with the creation of the physical world. It continued its work, creating rulers, archons, to govern its creation. These archons, are not necessarily evil, but they are agents of the Demiurge's limited understanding. They uphold the illusion. They maintain the system of control. They contribute to the forgetting of our true divine heritage. They seek to keep us bound to the cycles of birth and death within the confines of their realm. This is not a conspiracy theory in the mundane sense. It is a spiritual understanding of the forces that bind us, the forces that keep us asleep. The Gnostic path is about escaping this prison, not through physical means, but through gnosis, through inner knowledge, through remembrance. It is a spiritual rebellion against the false code of the Demiurge and its archon. It is a quest for liberation, a journey back to the true source. To the pleroma, the fullness of divine light. Consider our own experiences, the feeling of being trapped, the yearning for something more, the sense that there is a deeper reality beyond what our senses perceive. These feelings, these intuitions, they are echoes of our true home, whispers from the higher eons calling us back. The Gnostic myths, they are maps, not of physical lands, but of the inner landscape of the soul. They provide a framework for understanding our predicament and for finding our way out, the Sophia of Jesus Christ. It speaks of hidden truths revealed to those who seek them. It speaks of a path to transcend the limitations of this world, to awaken to our true identity, as sparks of the divine. This knowledge, it is not for the faint of heart. It challenges everything you may have been taught. It demands a radical shift in perspective, but the reward is profound freedom and a deep abiding peace. So, how do we access these higher realms? How do we break free? It begins with questioning, with doubt, with a profound sense of dissatisfaction, with the material world. It begins with seeking truth, beyond dogma, beyond conventional wisdom. It involves introspection, meditation, prayer, but not prayer to the Demiurge, not prayer to the false god, but prayer to the true source, to the universal oneness, to the all. It involves purifying the self, shedding the illusions, the false beliefs, the attachments to the material. It involves recognizing the divine spark within yourself and within all beings. This recognition is Gnosis. It is the key to unlocking the prison. The Demiurge. It seeks to control us through fear, through ignorance, through the illusion of scarcity, but true power lies in Gnosis, in knowing who you truly are, and knowing your connection to the boundless, infinite all. The Gnostic path is a path of self-knowledge, path of spiritual awakening. It is a path of courageous introspection. It is a path that leads you beyond the 12 eons, beyond all creation, to the unmanifest, the source of all. Consider the teachings of Christ, as understood by the Gnostics. He was not merely a historical figure. He was a revealer of gnosis, a guide to awakening. His miracles, they were not just physical feats, they were symbolic acts, demonstrating the power of spiritual truth over the illusions of the material world. His death and resurrection, they were not just historical events, they were a profound allegory for the soul's journey, from imprisonment to liberation, from ignorance to gnosis. The Gnostic Christ is the divine light that shines within each of us, waiting to be recognized, waiting to be activated. This is the ultimate promise of Gnosticism, that you are not merely a product of a flawed creation. You are a spark of the divine, capable of transcending the limitations of this world and returning to your true home. The higher eons, they are not just places to visit, they are states of being, states of consciousness. As you awaken, you align yourself with these higher vibrations. You begin to perceive the world through new eyes. The illusions begin to dissolve, and the truth, reveals itself. This journey, it is deeply personal. It is unique to each individual. There is no single formula, no one-size-fits-all approach, but the underlying principles are universal. Seek the truth within, question everything, trust your intuition, and remember your divine heritage. The Demiurge, it seeks to distract us with worldly concerns, with fear of death, with the pursuit of material possessions, but these are all illusions. They are distractions from the true quest, the quest for gnosis, the quest for liberation. Do not be afraid to step outside the conventional narratives. Do not be afraid to question the established order, for it is in questioning that true understanding begins. The 12 eons, the Demiurge, Sophia. These are not just characters in an ancient story, they are archetypes, representing forces and principles that are active in our lives. Even today, they are metaphors for the journey of the soul. They are keys to unlocking deeper truths. So, as you go forth, remember the profound wisdom of the ancient Gnostics. Remember that you are more than you appear to be. You are a spark of the divine, capable of transcending all limitations. Embrace the journey. Embrace the awakening. And know that the true source, the pleroma, awaits your return. It is not a return to a physical place, but a return to a state of being, a state of pure consciousness, of profound oneness. May your path be illuminated by Gnosis. May your heart be filled with peace, and may your spirit soar beyond all eons to the limitless light. Thank you for being here. Until next time, beloved souls.